Hello! Pag nagsimula ka magtrabaho, mabilis lumipad ang mga taon pero mas mabilis lumipad ang pera. So let's talk about the tips I wish I knew during my early 20s when I joined the workforce at naging alipin ng salapi. Let's begin with the golden rule, paying yourself first. Paying yourself first is like building a financial safety net.
Paano masabi?
Allocate a specific percentage of your income directly to savings or investments before anything else. Some people, they use the 50-30-20 strategy. That's 50% to your obligations like bills and insurance, 20% should go to their savings, and 30% is for wants and entertainment. Pero syempre, the percentages here are just guides. Ito yung mga basic guidelines na pwede nyo gamitin when starting out, when you are completely clueless. And those percentages can change and will change for each person. Depende sa priorities natin, but the most important thing is, unahin mo muna yung savings part. Savings muna, tapos kung ano yung matira, yan yung gagamitin mo for your bills and wants. This strategy ensures that you are actively securing your financial future and building a habit of saving. Yun yung most important thing yung pag-build ng habit. Over time, this disciplined approach can lead to substantial savings and you can take advantage of compounding interest if you know where to put your hard-earned money. Second rule, the 48-hour rule. Kung mahina ka pagdating sa online shopping, mag-window shopping ka muna siguro, tapos balikan mo na lang after some time. The 48-hour rule acts as a buffer between impulse spending and intentional purchasing. When you spot something you want, either sa phone, sa tablet, or in person, give yourself 48 hours or 2 full days before making the purchase. Wala namang problema kung gusto mo talaga after 48 hours Then go for it. Siyempre, assuming na hindi ka kukuha dun sa mga budget mo for other things like bills, ang importante, may ipon ka at pinag-isipan mo talaga. Hindi siya impulse spending. Ang idea dito is palampasin mo muna yung wow factor.
Listen, look, and listen, and learn.
Pag may nakita kang interesting na gadget or damit or shoes or skincare, this waiting period helps you assess if the item is a necessity or simply a passing desire, allowing for a more deliberate and conscious spending. Pag ginagamit ko tong 48-hour rule, it saves me from unnecessary expenses. Kasi most of the time, pag may nagustuhan ako and then I wait 48 hours, the urge goes away. It all flies away. Third tip, avoid lifestyle inflation. Gamitin kong example ang sarili ko for this tip. Noong lumipat kami dito sa Australia, I was super conscious about avoiding lifestyle inflation. Hindi dahil natutunan ko siya right before pumunta ako dito, but because ingrained na siya sa mindset ko nung nasa Pilipinas pa. Kasi 4 or 5 years ako nagtrabaho sa isang company and syempre every year may increase naman. And kahit na ma-increase, kahit na tumaas ang sweldo, dapat hindi tumataas proportionally yung expenses ko. So paglipat dito, in-apply ko lang din siya. For example, your income now is 50,000 pesos with expenses of 40,000 pesos or 80%. Kung madoble ngayon ang sweldo mo, let's say next year, naging 100K, tapos tumaas din ang expenses mo proportionally to 80K or 80,000 pesos, that means you're still only saving 20% of your income. That's before and after the increase. Ngayon, if your expenses stayed the same, then you could be saving 60% of your new income and you will reach your savings goals faster. Okay, clarification. I know this kind of mindset is not for everyone. Siyempre, para saan nga naman yung pagtatrabaho natin if you're not enjoying the money once in a while. But that's the thing, guys. Once in a while lang dapat, in my opinion. Consciously avoiding lifestyle inflation by maintaining your current standards of living can significantly boost your savings and financial security. This next tip goes hand in hand with avoiding lifestyle inflation or the previous tip. Living within your means is the cornerstone of financial stability. In the simplest sense, your expenses should be lower than your income. Nung una ko narinig yan, inisip ko, posible bang tumaas yung expenses than your income? Ganon ako ka-clueless noon sa finances kasi it turns out the answer is simple, utang. Living within your means avoiding unnecessary debt and making every purchase intentional and may purpose behind it. Speaking of unnecessary debt, let's talk about credit cards and why I personally think that they are not evil. Sometimes we hear horror stories about credit cards. Sa Reddit pa lang sobrang daming nagdi-discourage about credit card use. But in reality, just like any other tools, credit cards can be an asset or a liability. It can be used to your advantage or disadvantage.
The power of the
Credit cards
in the palm of my hand.
Credit cards offer convenience and potential rewards when used wisely. Alam natin lahat yan. Merong rewards cards that lets you travel or get a free gift, and it's tempting to use credit cards to get these benefits. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. By paying off the balance in full each month, you can avoid interest charges while still reaping the benefits of cashback, points, or miles. Responsible credit card use can also help build a strong credit history, which is crucial for future financial endeavors like securing loans or mortgages or home loans. Speaking of credit cards, another tip I wish I knew when I started earning and paying my bills was to pay the bills as soon as they came. Well, actually, lagi naman ako sinasabihan ng nanay ko na to pay palagi pag nandiyan na yung bill. Pero lagi ko lang nakakalimutan.
Kasi nawala na sa isip ko eh. Hindi ko nakasalanan yun, no?
Maybe this tip should be called set reminders to pay your bills. Paying bills the same day you receive them eliminates the chance of forgetting or delaying payments, preventing late fees and high interest sa credit cards. Sa ibang bansa, it massively affects your credit score if you pay late. But I'm not so sure in the Philippines. Kung may information kayo about the credit card system in the Philippines, please let me know in the comments kasi hindi po ako expert yan. Dito naman, the consequences of not paying the bills on time can be really serious, kaya non-negotiable na bayaran talaga yung bills as soon as they are available. It's a simple habit that ensures financial responsibility and keeps your financial health in check. By automating payments or setting reminders, you can streamline this process and stay on top of your financial obligations. Walang nakakalimutan. If you are subscribed to me or to my channel, first of all, thank you. And second, congratulations! Kung hindi ka pa talaga nag-i-invest, okay lang yan. You still need to give yourself credit for taking the first step, which is, ito nga, watching and consuming free resources to learn about financial stuff. Getting rich is simple, but it's not easy. That's a distinction that I think should be very clear. Investing might seem complex, but there are various resources available for different learning preferences. Merong paid resources like seminars and online tutorials. They offer in-depth knowledge and guidance, while free platforms like YouTube provide accessible information kahit anong oras, kahit anong panahon. Dito sa channel, tinatagal ko lahat ng financial jargon or most of the financial jargon and try to make them more approachable para hindi tayo matakot sa finances. Learning about investments early on can help you make informed decisions to grow your wealth over time. The second habit in Stephen Covey's book is begin with the end in mind. Personally, na-apply ko to sa work ko as a software engineer when building a future or working on a card, and even sa non-work related stuff like training for a running event. Like last month, tumakbo kami ng 10K sa isang fun run. Setting financial goals is like creating a roadmap for your finances. We can learn how to set short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals that are smart. Smart as in specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Tapos, once you set your goals, yun nga, set ka naman ng milestones in between those goals. Nakakatulong yan to break down the biggest tasks and avoid feeling overwhelmed. Another advantage of this is the next tip. It lets you celebrate your milestones. Celebrating financial milestones is vital for maintaining motivation on your journey. If discipline alone cannot make you follow these tips that we're talking about, at least makakatulong itong tip na to keep your motivation up. Allocating a small splurge fund for your occasional rewards when you hit certain financial goals or milestones, it can act as a positive reinforcement, making the journey more enjoyable and sustainable in the long run. Just make sure na yung celebration nyo is not damaging or counterproductive dun sa ginagawa mong progress. For example, and pwedeng hindi ito mag-apply sa inyo, I try to reward myself by fueling my other passions. So, other passions is like this, making YouTube videos, or it can be drawing or running. To give you a more concrete example dito sa celebrating milestones, for video editing, isang taon na po ako nag-iipon, or siguro isa't kalahating taon na ako nag-iipon for a brand new MacBook Pro. And kakalampas ko pa lang ng 50%. So medyo matagal talaga. Pero ganun talaga eh. Delayed gratification over instant gratification. Right now, ginagamit ko lang po yung laptop ng partner ko to edit this video. Sana, hopefully next year, maabot ko na yung 100%. Ito talaga, I cannot emphasize how mind-blowing this tip is when I first learned about it. Pag-IBIG MP2 is a voluntary savings program, and kung employed ka, most likely you are eligible to sign up for it. 500 pesos lang ang minimum investment and you will be able to withdraw your savings after 5 years. So in the previous video, I mentioned about dividend traps in the stock market. Ito yung mga stocks na may 10% or above na dividend rates, dividend yield. Sobrang daling maipit dyan sa mga dividend traps na yan kung hindi ka active magbantay ng mga stocks mo. But for MP2, this wouldn't be a problem. Hindi ka maiipit dahil walang buyers and sellers. Pero disclaimer po, syempre, dividends are not guaranteed. But, in the 11-year history of Pag-IBIG MP2, hindi pa sila sumablay sa pag-release ng dividends. And for the past 3 years, dividend rates were 6.12%, 6%, and 7.03%. Medyo mataas, no? Maraming resources that discuss the concepts and benefits of MP2, but I'm not sure if meron nang nagdi-discuss nitong MP2 dividends calculator that predicts how much you'll save after 5 years. Let me know guys if interested kayong gamitin itong calculator. It's just a Google Sheets file. I can make a video about it if interested kayo.